Digital video.
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
We're live. Everybody wave. You didn't see me wave, but I waved.
Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Step Nation, and joining me today we have Fro Double G.
What's up, everybody?
And Riggs.
Hello, gamers.
You know,
it's good
I
to
don't,
be
I don't,
back.
I don't think we've said it yet this month. Happy Pride Month, everybody. There's that.
Oh, there you go.
It's gonna be super late into the month, but I realize I don't think we've actually said that.
Yeah, this comes out like the last week of the month.
Yeah, but
Happy Pride Month, happy Juneteenth, happy Father's Day.
yeah,
Today
we are
is Sunday,
recording
the 19th
actual
for
on
posterity.
Juneteenth and Father's
Yep.
Day. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Happy Dad's Day, Fro.
Yeah.
And happy Daddy's Day, Depp.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a swole. I'll be somebody's daddy. Just saying.
Is that an open invitation?
I was like, is that an open invitation? Deb, careful. This is being recorded and released on the internet. I did have
Don't
a
hold me to
giveaway
that.
yesterday in my stream that was exclamation point mommy because because Smite people be horny on main. I mean, Depp
I
probably
mean,
be
they
horny on
are.
main too, but you know whatever.
I can guess what it was.
Who?
I'm guessing you have the skin codes, right? For the new Morgan skin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
yeah. It's a solid play.
Yeah. Anytime there's a summer Smite stuff, there's always a chance at a bikini or a swimsuit
Mhm.
female goddess, and
Listen, I
find it-
need
okay.
more dude skins and board shorts.
I'm all for that too.
Okay,
Like-
Achilles, he's got a small maybe like a knee board or something. Board shorts when he's got his armor on, give him a wetsuit.
I'm not opposed. I still want a Shaka Zulu Achilles skin though.
I mean, that would be good too.
I've said that.
I
for
was
a
just
long time.
thinking, like summer beach theme,
No, I feel you.
We've got Crab Rave.
bro, they should give
Peppery.
Tyr like a board short suit or skin with like his sword would be like a big surfboard or something.
What if
And
they
he's just
made
shirtless, dude.
Tyr a crab skin because he's got one big claw that holds the sword, and then he's got no hands, so that could be the little claw.
I don't know how they do it because when he changes stance, he changes how he holds the sword.
Yeah, he might actually
be a
have.
little
He could
awkward.
hold like a straw or some piece of like beach trash, or
He
even
could
pool
hold the
noodles. They do
surfboard.
so many pool noodles.
He could hold the surfboard, and he's holding the little like the fin part of the surfboard, and he
There
just
you
flips
go.
it. I don't know. There's not enough Tyr shirtless skins. He doesn't have any. He's got the tank top. That's it. That's close as we get.
I mean, let's talk real talk quality for a second, right? We got so many like bikini and nude
Scandalous.
women's skins.
Yep.
Where's the topless
Yeah, where's
dudes?
all the dudes?
Where's
Where's-
the
where's
where's
That's what I'm saying.
Need me some topless dudes in my life.
where's the banana hammocks, people? Fair is fair.
I mean, I think we can all agree on something. We do not need to see Bacchus cheeked up.
Yeah,
think
I
you're
will
assuming
second
a lot.
Jean-Qui as well.
I mean, Jean-Qui's already got the nipple ring hanging out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see more than the border.
Like, we've got enough. We've got enough of Jean-Qui. We've got
Riggs,
enough
no,
of
you're
Kumbhakarna.
curious. The world needs to know. Are they
We got
both
enough of
done? The
Bacchus.
world needs to know. Free the nips, man.
Free. Oh, man.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
It's summertime. It's getting hot out. Spend time outside.
Oh yeah, it's getting hot out. Let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about it, Mr. Desert Boy.
So, it was...
116 yesterday.
Are
Oh,
you
fuck.
fucking kidding me? It was 60 degrees and fucking beautiful here. It was like 63, 64.
I was going to say...
delightful.
We went from mid-90s all week
Mm-hmm.
down to a high of 72 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow's gonna be mid-90s again.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It's not that we can't handle the heat. It's just that if it's gonna be hot, it needs to be fucking hot for a while so I can get used to it instead of this back and forth bullshit.
What it really needs to do
Oh
is
my
stop
god, we're
playing
old people.
around.
We're
at
talking about the
like,
weather. Fro, we need to stop. Fro, we're showing our age. Games this week. Games. We play video games like those young people. Fro, how have your video games been?
So, Fro has decided to partake in the St. Jude's 60 minutes a week gaming challenge. Go ahead and laugh, everybody, because this is a gaming podcast at the 60 minutes part. I did as well. Cute challenge. Challenge accepted. So, I have easily nailed the 60 minutes a week already, like most gamers would.
It's a week?
Yeah.
Bro,
60 minutes a week.
Bro,
Like I said, take a minute to
that's
laugh.
not even a challenge.
Yep, take a minute to laugh because we're gamers, we get it. But it's a Facebook thing, so it is all in good spirits. And it's through St. Jude's, so I get it. They probably don't understand gamers the most.
They don't
need to though. They don't need to though. That's not their
Don't
job.
they know about story mode and like multiplayer matchmaking?
I almost made a really terrible joke, but I'm gonna continue. So
Yeah.
I initially set a goal of $200 to try to raise for the month because it goes on until July 14th. I smashed my $200 goal with the help of my great viewers the very first night.
Yeah.
We are currently, as of recording right now, up to $320.
There you go, going for dubs.
I had to up my goal to $1,000, right? Because that's after 2 streams I got up that much. So I was like, all right, I got to up this up a little bit more. But at 500, if I'm able to make it to $500, Bro Double G will be doing a hot tub stream. So if you want to see a middle-aged, balding, overweight white dude in a bikini.
Hey, you're working on not being overweight
cheaper.
anymore, though. Don't sell yourself short.
I've been losing some weight. You are right, but you can find it much cheaper online. But if you want to do that and also support a good cause, it'll be in my streams. You can go to my stream anytime. I don't have to be streaming to stop by. ! Jude for the whole month. Just Jude, Jued. It'll pop up the link. It is a Facebook link, unfortunately. You got to do Facebook Pay. If anyone's not comfortable with that, no shame, no pressure. I get it. But because of that, I'm also not going to be announcing or congratulating anybody who does donate, just to keep everybody's anonymity. So if you did donate, if you plan to, thank you. This is my thank you. But I will not be calling anyone out or anything like that, just again, to protect everybody's anonymity. And so, people who don't want, to be exposed by their, IRL stuff. I'm not even checking who does it. Like, I see the notification, but I'm not looking. Yeah, and just so the people who want to be more protective about that don't feel, bad because they didn't get called out when the others do and stuff like that. So I just feel like this is the safest way to do it, most fair way. So again, until July 14th, all my streams will be charity streams. Stop by ! Jude if I'm streaming or not. That'll give you the link to check it out. Can donate, cool. If you can't, that's all right as well. But the games this week have been pretty good. I pretty much have been playing Smite damn near exclusively, honestly, this week. Monday was rough. I mean, Monday was fun. Got back into Conquest. Riggs was helping me ease my way back into Conquest a little bit. I think we got 2 Conquest games and it was an MOTD on the Conq map, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
Or was it Grab Bag? I don't know.
I don't
we
know
played. I remember we played like 2 or 3
sucked.
Conquest games, and then we played an MOTD. First off, my Monday streams are only like 2 hours long, so didn't have time for a bunch of games. And it is my first Conquests I've played in damn near like a year, honestly, at least 6 months. It was a bit rough, kind of working my way back into it. And when you are streaming, you are a little bit distracted. So I do tend to get caught up a little bit in the not really checking the map, not doing too many rotations, kind of just hanging out your lane and just farming what's around. Or even worse, when I'm in jungle, just literally running from camp to camp and forgetting, oh yeah, I got to gank every once in a while. Mainly dual lane. I will gank mid a lot if I'm streaming because that's just naturally where you just kind of end up. But I kind of forget to gank the side lanes as much. It happens. That was happening. And I don't really know the metas, the rotations. Like Riggs was having to explain to me like mid games. I'm like, hey, what the fuck's this goblet on the ground? I just punched this spirit dude who died in one hit like a bitch, and then he dropped a chalice. What's up with this?
Yeah, that's the catapult mechanic, right?
Yeah, yep, the trebuchet thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It used to be the little Jimmy, now it's the trebuchet.
Well, because I remember there was something about a shrine, but I did not play at all during this whole shrine thing. So gotcha. I was like loose memory of like, don't you pick this up to like charge a shrine or some shit like that? And you're like, no, trebuchet. It's like, oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you charge the shrine,
are right? Yeah,
but the shrine spawns a trebuchet instead of a little buff stick.
Yeah, you pick up the little chalices, they fill up the shrine, and once the shrine's full, then we get a little trebuchet.
So you're right.
But I remembered like the shrine did something itself, like the little buff or whatever you were saying, and I just completely missed that part of Conquest. So it was like, kind of remembered that and all that. But anyway, the games are all right. I think we won one, we lost one, if I remember correctly, or did we lose them both? I'm not sure.
We won one.
All right, so
I remember. Sorry.
We won one, lost one then. Because I do know we lost that last one. I remember the MOTD. It was an MOTD. Who really cares too much about that? But besides that, I was playing some Assault yesterday with Blaze, Kenny, Sir Boss a lot. I am drawing a blank on the 5th, and I really shouldn't be. Oh, Jay Flaggin. He's getting back into Smite. Had some good games. Had a lot of people stopping out for the stream. Again, I don't really have any particular moment in Smite that's necessarily stands out, as it's like most of my Smite this week has just been doing the charity streams and streaming in general. But it's been fun. I remember my Wednesday was just fun games. I even said it on stream. I'm like, yo, I'm having like a blast today, and I very much so needed these fun games. If I remember correctly, Nev joined for a while on that one too, because my Wednesday streams, I do have a new schedule. I guess I will announce my new schedule if I haven't already. Mondays, 7 to 9. Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing 1 p.m. EST until 5 p.m. EST. It's summertime, so I need to make sure I get my kids lunch and breakfast. And the local movie theater is also doing free movies for the first 2 months of summer on Wednesdays. So I was like, hell yeah, I lucked out. So I'm going to take my kids to that. So I won't even be home until about noon 30 anyway. So
are we done? Is this the part where we plug? Are we over? Is this it? Is this the end of the episode? Plugging our streams, plugging our everything else?
I mean, we haven't done that in episodes. I was just telling everyone my change in schedule.
I'm just giving you a hard time, bro. I'm just giving you a hard time. Keep going.
Oh, I mean, it kind of goes hand in foot. All my Smite games are played on stream, so if you want me to talk about Smite, I got to talk about my stream. That's just how it is. But no, so that is my new schedule for anyone who wants to hang out. Yep. How are your week?
So I've had a couple weeks, but I've also had some stuff come up in my personal life. And so I just literally have played a handful of games over the past 3-4 weeks I've been gone. 3 weeks.
As bad it is, I want to say it's the only time you've really popped on that I've noticed is to play some Sea of Thieves with me.
Not that I think I played Sea of Thieves twice, and I've got, let's see, I've got an arena 1 day ago, another 4 days ago, a third 6 days ago, and then my next game beyond that was an Assault 16 days ago. In which case I have 3 games, and then it goes 22 days, 23 days.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
And then a month.
So you've played so much Smite.
Right. Well, I haven't played hardly any games at all. The time I'd normally be playing games, I've been out of the house and not in front of the screen, or not really in the mood to play games. Tough stuff in the world of depth. But I will say, one of those arenas I played Nox support. I felt like a menace. It felt wrong, but it felt great. Like at some point, it's just like, wow, yeah, fuck that other team. You know, just throwing up big silence bubbles, rooting people. The Uller on my team was popping off. He caught on that I was just locking people down, and so he'd like shadow me, and he'd wait for my combo to finish, and then he'd axe and do his combo and just start picking up kills. So
not
good
only
job
are you
on you, bud.
willingly admitting that you played Nox in Arena, but you're also willingly admitting that you played Tank Nox in Arena.
Yeah.
No shame, dude.
No shame.
Dude, I
Fuck.
played a tank Nox and assault yesterday, dude. That shit was nice.
Oh yeah, it's real good. I started Talisman of Energy, and then the Sentinels starter. Got my breastplate to pick up some cooldown, Spirit Robe, Genji's, and Charon's coin to make me a little bit zoomier, give me a little bit of pen, some power. It was the HP 5, I think, that really helped me out on that. But
Yeah, it is. Nox is very interesting when it comes to playing support because, like, it either works or fails spectacularly. And it heavily depends on if you get follow up. I mean, I know that's a lot of supports in general, but because she lacks like the actual like base tankiness to go with it,
right,
you can sometimes get in a little more precarious of a situation than others.
That's why I went into Talisman of Energy to start, is because you get the 300 health, you get the 60 magical protections. You're zoomier, so it's easier to dodge abilities. Like that's,
Oh no, I'm with it.
50% of it right there.
I'm
a big proponent of just Talisman of Energy.
Yeah.
Fantastic bloated item.
It really is.
It's great.
It honestly really is.
Yeah.
It gets overlooked so much because of like people look at it and then it's just like, oh, it's the mana, right? You get mana. And it's like, well, the movement speed and the attack speed too, right? We're like, well, you can get Shogun's constant attack speed. And it's like, yeah, but the movement speed and then the mana. It's like it just gets so much.
I think it's definitely a more fun item than most other defense items, but I do think it gets outshined by a couple.
Well,
like if you're playing like a real game, I think
it is tied to the stacks. So I'm sure like in the higher tier competitive levels of play, but for like fucking around in like the party modes,
the classic war flag talisman and just
talisman shoguns, and then you just get all the gold in the world.
I fucking love that. I love it so much.
I was doing that for a while with Horus. I would get war flag talisman shoguns. And Horus's auto attack chain. I said this when Nev was here because I did it with Nev. But Horus's auto attack chain, when you build attack speed, it gets hysterical. It's graceful to start off his auto attack chain, and then you're a tornado of wings.
Doesn't he include a wing attack somewhere in there, like the second or third attack?
I think they're all wing attacks.
They're all wings, yeah. His wings just start flapping like crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
Most of the warriors have really goofy auto attack chains if you build like max attack speed. Because they're not, it's like the animations weren't meant to go that fast. And
they're all meant to be like heavy, slow looking swings. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at Shock,
Guan a good one.
Yeah. I like Shock because
like, a really good
that
one
big, huge ass axe, and the dude just starts like flailing, like just swinging it side to side almost. Looks like if you give a fucking 6-year-old
would
one
be
of
a
those
good
like
one. I
blow
need
up
to
hammers.
try it on Shock next.
It looks like when you give one of those kids a blow up
one
hammer,
too.
just fucking flopping.
Oh.
Like any warrior that's not meant to auto attack, build them full auto attack speed just for fun and see how goofy the animations are.
Cucullin was always a classic one when he transforms because the little twirl.
Well, but even before he transforms, what is it? Like
The little
the
hop.
desert skin, the like Mad Max one. He like has like a weird grunt that he does on that third auto attack. And so it just plays that over and over the faster you get. And it's just constant.
Wait, one more
I,
time.
I want to find some more nifty stuff like that in the game. Just like things that you don't normally appreciate, but that are completely goofy once you do find it.
Damn. If Riggs had already did his games, that would have been a perfect transition point, Depp.
Yeah, well, you know, um, let's see here. I've got played a little bit of Sea of Thieves, as Fro said. We took on some skeleton ships.
Oh,
We
no.
we got sunk one time. Like it just ambushed. It was like suddenly brig, and it's like, well, guess we're getting off for the night.
It literally was. Like, we just completed a fort, and then all of a sudden, just we hear a cannon shot. I hop on a ship, and it's right there. And I get blasted off the ship again into the water, and there's already a dude in the water. I'm like, yeah, we're dead, Deb.
Yeah. I did kamikaze them with a keg, and the dude was BM and totally sent me a message on Xbox Live afterwards. It's like, really, dude? Ugh. Don't be shitters. How about that?
Although I'm still gonna hype us up, dude. We fucking are some sloop commanders.
Well, no, we're great on the sloop, and we're getting better at taking down the skelly ships. Cause what is it? The skelly sloops sinking so easily. It's the galleons that we got to get better at.
They just don't go down.
They stay up for so much longer, and we just end up sinking so many cannonballs into them. So that's a strategy Fro and I started to do. So we pick up a storage crate at whatever outpost we spawn at. We go do a fort to make our money back, but also each fort's got 100 to 150 cannonballs on it. So
yeah, you do a fort, you pay for your storage crate, which that you bought, right? And then it pretty much loads you up to go to war with anything. Because
anything that you find
cannonballs.
Yeah. Oh, it's tons of food. Yeah.
The only thing you really like is you don't get much wood. But
there's about 15 wood, but you should find a decent amount of wood on the outpost because you loot the outpost too before you leave. So
especially with your convenient storage crate.
Yeah. And you get worms and grubs and leeches that you can fish with if that's your jam. But let's see. We got Riggs games still. Don't we? Riggs.
Hell yeah.
Tell us about it.
I have played a decent amount.
All right.
Let's see. Where to start? I played some in-houses over in Blaze's Discord. That was pretty fun. There was a lot of people. I don't remember who all was there, but I know Bright was there, and I made sure I was on the opposite team of Bright basically every time, and you can imagine what followed. There was a lot of me identifying where Bright was, and I would int to go kill him.
All right,
and so being focused, I could only imagine the comms.
I gotta bring this up real quickly because the only picture Bright has ever shared with anyone in the Discords he's in is of him when he had this goofy ass mustache he shaved on, right?
Yep.
I have now seen a picture of Bright, just a normal picture of Bright. You got to take that picture out of your head. That actually is nothing like him. He's actually not a half bad looking dude, like in all reality. Because I told him, like, dude, you got to share some other pictures of yourself because this one you shared with the mustache, like the angle and everything, like you look like a goofy proportioned, goofy faced motherfucker Like you just that picture does, and he's like, "Yeah, I know, ha ha ha." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're not. You're a good looking dude." Like, and everyone thinks you look like fucking the comic book dude from The Simpsons or some shit.
Yeah, the only picture I have because I made him in WWE, and that was the reference picture he sent me was the stupid mustache picture.
So you
I
know
was
what I'm
like,
talking
okay.
about. He looks goofy as fuck, but he really is not a goofy looking dude.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. But yeah, so in those in-houses, there's a lot of me killing Bright. That was super fun. I actually had a really good time playing the in-house too, because now I haven't really played customs since they've added the like ability to make them all goofy and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of fun. Um, what
Yeah, there's
else?
a lot. I guess we could. What is it? What's the mode in League of Legends that I'm thinking about?
That's all you.
I think it's like ultra rapid fire. Essentially, its cooldowns runneth over, but it's assault. So it's like all random on the one lane.
So it's like
Feel
cooldowns
like-
runneth over just on the assault map.
Yeah, but I don't know. League's got some weird stuff going on for it.
So I think the
I
problem.
tried
with that
loading
is
it up and playing
because-
the other day. I just don't know what's going on in that game.
Well, the only problem with that is Arena has special death timers, right? Because in
Yeah.
all the rest of the maps, death timers attached to levels, and when you do that, and everyone's max gold, because we used to do things like that, right?
Oh, I don't think it's
you
max
wipe one
gold.
team.
What?
That could be
Maybe I'm
interesting,
thinking Omni. Omni
but,
assault.
But yeah, it's just when they're level 20 and
Random
you die
Omni
right at the beginning, and you're out for a minute, and then one team gets
Yeah,
a wipe and
that's
they
tough.
can take everything. And it's like,
Right,
all right.
because they've got one hunter with attack speed and
Yup.
Yep.
Yeah, we fucked around with some custom. There was one of them where we did. We only had 6 people, so we did 3v3 assault, and it was where you do all picks, so you can have multiple of the same god.
Okay.
And so my team,
Those
we
are
all
fun.
pick Cthulhu, right?
Oh,
And
that's some of the best.
the other team, I think it was like Backlash and someone else. They picked Izanami, right? So we had no shot.
Oh,
but
oh! Wait, I was waiting
we
for
had-
you to say Nathan. You said Izanami. I'm like, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, we
She's
had no
gonna just
shot.
rip
They
through
all
all
bit,
three of
we
you.
had a rule too. We had a rule where you all had to build the same items and stuff. And so
Let me guess.
they all
First
built,
item kids.
They all built kid size. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
we did not have a chance.
Not even fucking
But
close.
one of the funniest moments though is I never bought the tier 5 Cthulhu. But the 2 other people on my team did. So they both used tier 5 and I just used base. And then they would get in their little cars on each side of me, and I would just walk in the middle of them, and we just squatted up and just walk down the fucking lane, just like just the most intimidating thing you can see. And then we'd get like 2 shot, but it was really really funny to watch. Depp, you'd be proud of me. For some reason I fucking decided to queue a duel.
Okay. I mean, it's been a long time since I dueled.
It's
It's always fun to hear the stories though. I'm here for it.
I used to play duel a lot back in like season 2 and 3. Have not played probably since then.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for this dude, right? So we go through the bands, whatever, and I pick Osiris.
Okay.
And this dude picks Charybdis, right?
All right.
And the only thing I know about duel right now is you build mannequins or you build bumbas.
Right.
That's what
Bumbas for the late game, and then but
that's
even
what I've heard.
It's Bumba's hammer, but
Bumba's
I
hammer
think
or
you
mannequins.
only build Bumba's hammer at the end. So I think it's just like you straight up rush a full item first.
So yeah, that's what I've heard. So I went mannequins, right? We both ended up going mannequins.
Yep.
And I'm Osiris, right? I'm really good against hunters.
Yeah.
This poor dude. it was a 5-0. And the way I ended it was I just walked into his Titan room and I was just tanking Titan the whole time, killing him and Titan at the same time. And I didn't get below like 25% HP somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I don't know how much more duel I'm gonna play, but that was a good introduction. It's like that was like Smite saying like, yeah, play more, play more. It's like that was a fun game though. There wasn't really any. I literally had every single counter to what he could do, so I kind of felt a little bit bad.
Okay.
But good old duel. I've also played some more regular ranked, trying to climb back up. I'm still sitting in like edge of diamond slash plat ish. I haven't played too much, so the journey to masters is still alive. Just gotta grind some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a new god out.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Lancelot, and let me tell you, he is fucking fun.
So he looks like Achilles Awelish from what I've seen. I've seen him. I've seen the release videos, and then I he was in my Tank Knox game.
Yeah, it's weird, right? So I get why they were like, listen, we want to make him an assassin because he'd
Mm-hmm.
be too similar to some of the other warriors we have as far as like looks and just kind of like ability wise, right? Like he is kind of
Right.
similar to Achilles. This dude is not an assassin though.
Yeah.
He is a warrior, and he's a warrior with assassin scaling, and it's fun right now.
Yeah.
So play him now while you can,
I
because
was
he's
gonna
definitely gonna
say
get some nerfs.
fun thing because I put my silence down when he was on horse, and
It doesn't get him
it
off.
didn't
Yeah.
knock him off the horse. So,
So there is a
and I think
bug right
he
now.
was immune to my root too. So
Yeah,
Lancelot knocks counter right now.
he's CC immune except for stuns, but there's a bug right now to where a lot of stuns aren't getting him off the horse. So
Mm-hmm.
he's staying on more than he should right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing that can get him off is stuns, or if you kill his shield that he gets.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, he's super super fun. I'm still trying to figure out like a build for him, but he is a lot of fun. The most fun item so far I've had on him is Erendite,
Mm-hmm.
because you're already omega fast on the horse, and
Yeah,
then
I
you
could see
use your
that.
ult. You use your ult, and then
And
you
you're
dash
just
through
zooming.
everybody, and then you're zooming again after that for a while.
Yeah.
It's super fun. But yeah, a lot of Lancelot. I usually don't play new gods when they first come out, but this guy is kind of right up my alley. So I'm digging him so far. I don't know if Fro's played him at all, but I think he's super fun. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's been my games pretty much.
Heck yeah, man. So, it's been a good while since we've done this, but little tidbits, little deeper dive on some gods here, and just maybe pointing out some unique parts of abilities that you might not know, or unique interactions. Riggs, why don't you start us off with who you've got
Um,
for our little deep dive?
listen, it is not easy to think of these.
It is not.
Uh,
I thought
especially
you
right
had
before
one.
we started. I do, no, I
Oh,
do. It's
okay.
I don't know how good of one this is, but fun fact, you can cancel Izanami's first ability, which is her stim, which sometimes can be a nuisance to her because, let's say you pop it, right, and then they go hide behind the minions, then you're stuck autoing the minions and all that. You can cancel it so you can hit them again and the minions. But I don't know how many people know that.
Yeah.
As well, I have another one, bonus one, if
Ooh,
you will.
bonus. Hit us with it.
I'm all about bonuses.
Bonus.
Uh, show that Hades passive also reduces your power. Not only
This is
does it make
Really?
his other abilities do shit to you, so like it'll
S-
add a
So
slow.
Hades passive is like a Ymir passive in a way.
It is, yeah. Like it has additional effects
That's
for his own
legit.
abilities. Like it adds the slow, it adds the feared.
Yeah.
And it adds the like heal detonation thing for his 3. But yeah, it also decreases power.
Okay.
By
Not gonna lie, that
percentage.
kind of makes sense why he also has like that little extra beefiness to him. Like I know they've statted him a little extra beefy, but sometimes it's like, yo, he should not be this tanky.
This thick. Yeah.
Well,
that makes sense.
Combine the power reduction. It's 5%, so it's not like a ton, but it is a percentage amount. So
yeah.
I mean, if I only have 100, he's down to 95, right?
Yeah.
It's not much, but I didn't have much.
Yeah. Combine that, and he overcaps prods on his ult with like just max rank. it's a lot. But yeah.
How about you, Fro? Got any deep dives for us?
So this is one that was brought up to me a while ago when we did our Baba Yaga Battleground University. We never mentioned that when you activate Baba Yaga's 2, it does not go on cooldown until you put it in your potion slot or your item slot. You can then immediately withdraw it so you can use it, but it will not go on cooldown until you put it away. So to get your most amount of CC from her, or most amount of damage from her, you want to cast your 2, pocket it, get it back out again, right? And wait for your next one to come off cooldown, so then you can throw 2 potions back to back. And if you're playing Baba, this is something I brought up on the stream yesterday too. If you're playing Baba and you feel like you just aren't quite doing the burst damage, check to see if you're doing that, because Baba is designed with people doing that in mind. The game developers expect people to be throwing 2 pots and a 1 at somebody. So if you feel like you aren't quite doing the damage everyone else seems to do on her, that might be it right there. But that was just one reminder. I actually have another one of my own. And this is as a big Chiron fan. I love Chiron. His 2, the Masterful Shot, which everyone always wants to save, right? Until you can either put it on the most amount of people possible or for that, haha, you thought you got away moment, right? That's usually not the best time to use it, honestly, because the 2 reduces physical protections by 5%, and it also slows the enemy up to 35%. Base 25% maxes out at 35%. So it's a chunky slow, especially since they went through not too long ago and reduced a lot of the slows in the games.
Slows, yeah.
Mainly the mages one. This one's not nerfed. It's one of the chunkier slows in the game now. There is nothing wrong with autoing a person one time to get this, to immediately hit them, to reduce their procs and slow them, and then turn around and hit them with your 1. That is a total fucking viable thing. Or on the wave, if you're not being super pressured, you can the beefy front 3 minions, the melee ones, the brutes or whatever. There's nothing wrong with autoing those 3, throwing your 2, and then throwing your 1 down. Or autoing those 3, using your 2, then throwing your 1 down. You'll clear the wave until your 1 becomes strong enough to do it all by itself. Yeah, don't be sleeping on your 2. Don't be holding it forever. Throw that bitch out. Slow some people. Reduce some prots. Your assassin will love you. Your warrior will love you. Your 1 will love you. Your ult will love you. Now, I'm not saying just throw it out there constantly, all willy-nilly like, right? Still got to use your brain, but keep that in mind. Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of maxing the 2 first on Chiron, because I use my 1 more for cleanses.
Depends on the game.
The 2 slams it.
If you're playing an assault, or like a arena or a slash, I can totally see it. But if you're playing conquest, you kind of need that clear. To an extent, I guess it depends also who you're going against, right? Because if you're against another, if you're going against an Izanami, you're not going to be able to use your 2 to clear. But if you're going against who's a low clear person? I'm trying to think. Like a Cupid. If you're going against a Cupid, you can
even in Conquest,
you
tag the wave with your 1, and then just your 2 clears it. After you get 4 points in your 2, and you have
true. You did say max, not start. You did say max, not start.
Yeah, no, I'm not starting.
Yep. Okay, that's fair. That's fair then. Yep. I was also misunderstanding.
Interrupt real quick. Shout out to Gokinator, dude. He just won the Hazers marbles race.
Oh shit! Make that the title of this episode. Gokinator won a Hazer race.
He's a friend of Bot G. I don't know. He's still in Discord.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Goke, dude.
He just doesn't smite as much, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Still watching it though, apparently. If he's in the Hazer stream.
And guess what he got, Fro?
What?
He got mommy. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to Goke.
There you go. All right.
We should do some giveaways today in the Discord, by the way, fellas.
Well, that'll be too late if you're a listener. But also, come hang out in the Discord. Sometimes we do giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
Link in the description.
We even gave away access to the
that.
Patreon section of the Discord. Not that there's like anything too crazy about it. Well, I mean, we do.
For the Blood Bowl League?
Exclusively for Patreon. Like, we do some for. We have our general Discord giveaways that we do. We have officer ones that we give away for helping us keep the Discord organized. And then we do giveaways for patrons, right? And just because you're in one, we do not let that does not exclude you from another. We do run that rule too, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, there is that. But we did offer a section, like I said, people to join our extra Patreon role for free. And once you're in for good. Because we needed people for our Blood Bowl League, but we finally got enough people for that. But I am excited to get that going. I need you both to join that as well.
Yeah,
I have
to join
I believe.
Oh, yeah, Depp, you have. I actually might have to personally step out because I think we actually have 11 now.
Oh.
But
well, then.
It's okay.
So I've got a little deep dive here on the good old love bug Khepri. Believe it or not, I'm sure everybody knows about his 2 being a prot shred, and fewer people know, but some still do, that it also offers allies mitigations. But what I bet you didn't know is that his abduct grants you protections, 10 scaling up to 30 at max rank. So if you've got good setup with with some damage on your team, you might want to consider taking that to get the protections early before damage gets online and its impact is really felt.
Yeah, so basically, like
also his ult's a cleanse.
His ult's is cleanse, yes.
You're welcome, Nev, for your penta.
Oh my gosh, savage.
From like a year ago.
But yeah, basically, like, if you max this early, 30 pen's pretty chunky early, right? Or 30 prots. Does it say physical or is it both? I think it's both.
I think it's all prots.
Yep. So, I mean, regardless, 30 is chunky, 30 both is really good. And like what Depp was saying before, the hunter, because the only thing they can do in return is auto attack, because it also silences. Before the hunter can start killing you with kins and crit or whatever the fuck they bought, 30 prots, base prots, any item you bought. Ooh.
Oh,
You'd be tanky. You'd be tanky. And I think it reduces the cooldown when you max the 1. Or is that the 3 it does the cooldown? One of the 2
The
reduces.
3 it does. I don't remember.
I don't have up where it says.
That's
I'm
fine.
not like in
That's
the
fine.
game. I can't
No,
see
that's
that.
fine.
Do think
right
it
now.
does though.
The pull duration and the root duration on his 1 and 3 scale from 1.5 to 1.9.
Okay, so the 1 does do that.
So the 1 will last longer.
Yeah, they both go up in duration. I'm pretty sure they both go down in cooldown as well. I know the 3 does. I don't remember about the 1.
The 1 does not go down in duration, but or in cooldown, but the duration does increase and the protections increase. The 3 only increases duration. The cooldown does not change.
Oh, shot. Really?
Yeah. None of his abilities go down in cooldown. Not a single one. Not even his ult. Not a single ability goes down in cooldown. Not a according to Smite or Tome for Smite. Unless it doesn't show that for some whatever reason. But yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know what? While we're on,
crazy. I really thought that. I really thought at least his 3 went down in cooldown because his 14's a chunky one.
You know, just bringing this full circle into a mini battleground U for Khepri. You know, his ult cleanses It technically got buffed since gods are tankier. You get a percentage of your health when you get revived by them. And
That's true.
there's
Everyone's got more
a
health, so that
movement
percentage is
speed
bigger.
grant from the ult. Goes 20% up to 40% movement speed.
Dude, it's funny, like the whole prot thing on the one, because that's like a remnant of from when Khepri used to have so many stats on all of his abilities. Like,
Yeah.
you think Emoja's gotten the nerf hammer, like, and she has, granted, but Khepri was bad with it
Yeah.
when he came out.
I think he was. What was it? It was like 8
It was
nerfs
it
in
was
a
like
row.
13, I think.
Was it 13? I know it was close
Yeah,
to
it was
double
like
digit. I don't
12.
remember if it made it into the double digits, but it's to the point where I'm not surprised if I'm misremembering, and it is in the double digits. Because,
Yeah.
dude, Khepri just got smacked over.
It was bad.
Every ability,
And
scaling on everything. The
You've
procs on
got
his one got reduced. His fucking root durations, his pole durations, his mitigations given, his prot shred on his
Yeah.
2, fucking the duration of his ult, how much health you give. They have hit him left, right, and fucking center numerous times.
His
Yeah.
2, I might be wrong, but I know his 2 mitigations was at 50%.
Oh, it's
A
down
while
to 30
back.
at max.
Yeah, and I think the prot debuff was at like 40 or 50 as well. Like,
Yeah.
it
That's
was
down to
insane. And his
5
ult
up
used
to
to give
25% now.
you power. So you could use it aggressively. It gave you movement speed, power, and obviously the whole revive and all that, but I think it
Yeah.
lasted like a second longer as well. Like, it was insane. You used to see like aggressive Khepri ults on people. It was so funny. You get like a Vamana ulting, and you just like
Yeah.
Khepri ult the ulting Vamana, and he just got slam jamming the whole team.
Yeah.
Those
Also,
are the
with
days.
the tankening, his passive technically got a buff because that is shield equal to percentage of maximum health for the
That is true.
target.
Yeah.
So for him, it's his own max health. For allies, it's their
Well,
max
everyone
health.
just
So,
got 300 more, so
yeah.
It's a nice little shield.
Oh yeah.
that also got nerfed too. Because if I remember, that was 5%.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure all of his abilities have seen multiple nerfs throughout the like Khepri was insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
remember
then
we had a talk about on like an episode a while back of like which season had some of the most like OP God releases, and that's Khepri is one of my big reasons as to why I think season 2 was insane. Like Khepri
Here's the
alone.
craziest thing, though. Khepri never makes the list of most OP God releases because Khepri was never the one soloing you, right?
Yeah.
no,
But
it
the
was
thing
everyone.
is, if
It was
Khepri
anyone that was
on the
around
enemy
Khepri.
team, nobody died.
Yeah, nobody died, or everyone just died on the other team because he would just kill it. Like he would set up
Mhm.
everybody and they just died. Like
Yeah.
the
And
impact he had was insane.
Yeah, it's so crazy how like he never makes the list of broken, busted, super OP releases. Yet literally no god has received as many nerfs in a row as Khepri.
Yamoja might have contested it now because Yamoja's gotten a lot of nerfs too.
But didn't she get
Yeah.
buffs in between?
Maybe like quality of life, but I don't think they've.
All right, I
really
won't count
buffed
quality of
Yamoja.
life. I'm not going to be that kind of guy.
Because they literally keep on. They just nerfed her in this most recent patch too. Like
Yeah.
they keep going, and she still is like, I mean, in competitive, she's still like one of the top gods too. Crazy.
You know.
In
That's when you
Emoja,
segue to the
another
patch.
one of the gods. Crazy. She was not seen as a super strong release.
No, yeah, she was kind of a goofy release.
Because no
Felt
one
like
could hit her
weird.
abilities, right? But they didn't really.
Yeah.
They didn't buff her. They just left her, if I remember correctly, or they did. They did the smallest tweak the first patch. The first patch after her. I don't remember if it was a buff or nerf, but it was more of a tweak because it was like the fucking smallest thing. And I remember, and it's just like she kind of took off because people just started figuring out, oh yeah, there's 1,000 possibilities to play Yamoja.
Yeah.
I think it's such a crazy thing how an ability as small as her ring, her 3, right? The options, the plays, the situations when you want to use it, when not to use it. I mean, do you want to slow the enemy? Do you want to speed your allies up, give us protections? Do you want to throw them one way or the other? Like, am I trying to block off a corridor so we can't be chased? Am I trying to cut off a corridor so they don't want to go that way? They take, make it so they take the right way, not the left way for running through the jungle. There's so many, like, and it's just a fucking ring that pushes people and gives them prots and slows and speeds.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting how something like that.
All right, bro. I have the full change log of Umoja already. So she came out. I'm not gonna go like read it word by word, but she came out. She got a couple quality of life buffs, and she actually did get some like actual buffs, like as far as like the size of her abilities, because I think they were like a little goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Then they changed.
I will consider that quality of life as well.
And then the buffs began. So that happened. She came out, she got a little bit of buffs, and then 2 months later, she started getting the nerfs, right? So there's one patch where she gets nerfed multiple times, multiple abilities. The next patch, multiple nerfs, multiple abilities. The next patch, multiple nerfs. The next patch, multiple nerfs again. 2 patches later, another nerf. 2 patches later, 2 more nerfs. 4 nerfs this time, the next patch. 2 more nerfs, another nerf, 2 more nerfs, and then 2 more nerfs at this current patch.
I wasn't able to count how many patches, but that sounded like 8 or 9 in a row. But there was the initial buffs, which they all sounded like quality of life tweaking. And I remember Ajax saying specifically people were having a bit of a awkward time with her because of very unique abilities, like AoEs and like sizes and shapes and things. Like how many other are circle explode into 4 mini circles? You know what I mean?
Hey, you'll appreciate this one. You'll remember this fix. Her ultimate fixed an issue where her ultimate ability could move towers.
Oh my god, BMT. BMT, boys.
That was back in December of 2019.
Oh.
Good times.
I'm on the Smite Gods page. And if you guys are too, I'm going to ask you to close out real quick. Because on smitegame.com/gods, there's something that I think is pretty neat. They've got the god name, and then they've got what I'm going to suppose is their title beneath it. And just to throw out an easy one for you, because I'm going to turn this into an impromptu quiz real quick. We have Bastet. Her title is Goddess of Cats. Pretty straightforward, but there's some that I think I could trip you guys up with, and others that are going to be pretty straightforward, whether it's me asking the god name and you guys having to try to guess it, or whether it's me giving the title and you having to guess what god that goes with. What do you guys think about this?
I 100% think when you master or when you diamond a god, you should get the god's name as a title, or the god's title as a title. I've said it since I've been an Olympian.
Yep.
I want to be the glorious one when I become a fucking diamond uller.
Mm-hmm. Bro, you had an easy one there. The glorious one, I thought totally would have been the obscure, might be able to sneak this in and trip you guys up with it, but you just disqualified Uller. Yep.
I'm Norse pagan. It's a Norse god.
Just saying.
I also that was my drunk lore was Uller, so I know that one as well. The whole episode we had was the glory.
You got glory. That's right, glory. Oh, okay. So first title, you got to give me the name of the god. The title is The Relentless.
Ching Chen.
Ooh. Fro
Yeah,
got
I'm not getting that.
it.
Because he kept coming back to life. That's part of his lore. They cut off his head and he came back to life. He's a relentless warrior.
Well, there you go, Fro.
I say Fro's probably gonna rinse me in this. I'm not
Fro
that.
might
I'm
sweep
not that
this
versed in like
sweep this
mythology of all
quiz.
this, like in the lore of most of these guys.
Mhm. Second title, the Oath Keeper.
I got nothing for
I
you.
heavily want to say Tyr. But
nah, his
that is
like law,
incorrect.
right?
No, I know it is.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Jing Wei.
What the fuck?
Jing Wei, the Oath Keeper.
How? I guess I don't know much about Jing Wei, so
I know little about Jing Wei's lore. Jing Wei's lore.
Maybe that could be a future drunk lore. Maybe we put that on the list. Do we have a list? Can we get a list? Can we put that on the list?
I thought we were gonna do Summer and Fall Gods.
We do need to do that too.
we'll just say it's pool party Jing Wei.
There you go. All right. Number 3 here. Fro with 1 point, Riggs with 0. I'm gonna give you the god, and you have to tell me their title. Should be an easier one. We have Hunbats.
His is like is it the Howler or something? Howler monkey or something?
One
It's
more
like
word.
Howler or something.
You're 1 word away.
Is it like king? Is he a king?
Brother.
I don't know.
He
The
got
Howling Brother.
He got 3 out of the 4. I'll give it to Riggs, the Howler Monkey God.
Oh, he's not the brother? Okay, he's one of the brothers,
No.
but I guess that's not in his title. Yeah, Mayans are weird titles, dude, but they're awesome. I want to get Diamond El Posh and be the horrific god of decay.
Yep. Well, that was another one, Fro. You got to stop
Fro's
throwing yourself under the bus.
Well, you got to not pick the ones that I gave as examples to Ajax. Be like, yo, doesn't this sound dope? Fro double
To
cheese.
be fair, there are like
god of
120
decay.
gods. There's 120 gods.
there's
Fro's given like 2 of them, so we're good.
I mean, you know,
Yeah, they're like the two of the
some of
best.
some of them are very like straightforwards and easiest. Father of the Frost Giants. Wonder who that could be.
Ymir.
Artemis.
Got it in 1. Next one, we've got a title. You got to give me the god. We have Phantom Queen.
Leona.
Who's that, Fro?
Leo. The ghost
Nope.
bitch.
Nope.
Oh,
It's not
pop.
Leo?
Yup.
Oh no, she's a banshee, right?
Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Is it Morgan?
The Morgan is correct.
Yup.
Hell yeah.
So are we tied at 1 or no? Riggs got the Howler Monkey. Riggs
Hell
is
yeah.
it 2s? Is it 2s each?
I have
I'm
2.
having
I don't know how
trouble
many
here.
Fro has.
Yeah, just
You're
the one.
Fro keeps on calling him out, and I don't even ask.
Listen,
And
I
so
think he should get points for those at least.
Points for questions not asked?
Right.
Yeah,
That's not how
listen,
this.
that's like when you do like a bonus, like a bonus question on the quiz or something.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Right? How about this? Fro gets half a point for everyone that he does like that. So he's tied.
So
as
we're
2.
tied at 2s. We're
Well,
gonna
I
say
think
we're
that's a
tied
bit
at
unfair
2s.
because then I can just start blurting out god
Yeah.
titles. that I
Yeah.
know. So I'll just stick
We're
with
just
zero
tied
points
at 2s
'cause
right now.
you didn't
No
ask a
more
question.
freebies, Fro. No more freebies.
Yeah, just say that we're tied at 2 and no more saying random ones.
All right. I'm gonna give you the name of a god now. You got to give me their title. We have Ratatasker.
The Sly Messenger.
Hey, I'm sorry. That one was a bit loaded towards Riggs. Riggs,
Oh yeah.
3-2. Let's
And I give Fro one.
let's do another. Give you the god name, and you got to give me the title. We have Odin.
That's the god of wisdom.
Is he the All Father?
Oh, it is the title
Another
of the All
point
Father.
for Riggs. Oh my gosh, he's pulling away, Fro.
Doesn't he
4
have
to
like
2.
he has like a shit ton of them, doesn't he? But I think in
He
Smite,
does.
he's just the All Father, right?
Yeah.
Like he is also the god of wisdom, right?
And trickery.
Yeah, I believe. Well,
And
no,
death.
because there's a different god of wisdom, or I guess goddess of wisdom. So they probably didn't want to double down on that, so they took him with the Allfather.
But Norse has multiple gods for that. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I think Fro's going like the actual lore of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is I told you this is smitegame.com/gods. This one might trip you up a little bit. We have the title. You got to tell me the god, and the title is Ruler of the Heavens.
Zeus.
You are incorrect.
Is it Oleron?
Oh fuck! I know who. Yeah, it's Oleron. God damn
Riggs
it!
got it again. Shit, Riggs pulling away.
That's because when he uses one of his abilities, he goes like from the heaven or something about like the heavens or whatever, and like I know he's like a king. That's
Well,
the
yeah,
only
because he's
reason I know.
literally the god of the sky, essentially.
Yeah.
So is Zeus.
Yeah, it's his two. It's his two. He goes like from the heavens. It's like.
But I forgot. Smite's like no. Zeus is just thunder.
Isn't it like sky
Also
or
wrong.
something,
He's
right?
the god of the sky.
Yeah, they don't even give him like lightning.
Yeah.
It's like the sky.
Well, Chak is rain. Chak is god of rain. Very,
different pantheon,
very
though.
boring. All
Brings
right.
the rain because his sister, his wife, got banged by his brother, and he's sad.
Now, gonna give you the title. You got to give me the god. We have Goddess of the Moon.
It's not just Chang'e.
You are incorrect. Pro Double G, would you like a chance?
Wheelix.
You are correct. Chang'e,
Really?
very close guess. In Smite, she is Fairy of the Moon. Faerie. Fairy of the Moon. Very close. I was hoping somebody would guess Chang'e and get tripped up by it.
I was never gonna say Wheelix.
Her abilities:
I guess
gravity pull.
Yeah.
What do you mean her abilities? Chang'e. It's like crescent moon and shit. There's literally say moon.
Moon.
Yeah, but in Chang'e lore, she is not a goddess. She was like deified, basically. It's not like of the moon. It's like stuck on the moon type thing. Yeah.
Is Chang'e here yet?
All right. So Fro Double G. Fro Double G. Riggs is in the lead.
Yep.
Do you think you can take it back from him at this
Probably
point?
not.
Or should we declare Riggs the winner? I feel like we've gone on for I don't know, this has been a pretty quick quiz, but we've been doing pretty good with this. Do we want to stop here and maybe save some?
Dep, it's your quiz, man. I'm just along for the ride.
You know? How about this? Fro's at 3, Riggs is at 7, right? So that means I'm gonna ask 5 more, and if Riggs gets any of them, we're gonna stop right there, declare Riggs the winner. But you have the chance to win it, Fro. But also that means if you miss one, Riggs is also still the winner. But Riggs lost power.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Because
So,
it looked like you lost internet. I think
you know,
that's Riggs just being scared. He's like, nah, this is my way out. This is my way out right here.
Hey, you know what? Riggs, he just won.
You just won.
Power just won it for him.
Here.
We'll have to probably throw a clap sync on the end to
as long
line
as
up his other track.
Recording, we're good.
I mean, like if he's plugged in, he lost his computer. He'll have to recover his original.
That's right.
He'll have to recover the original recording, and then he'll have to start a new one.
Good times. Luckily, you're able to recover it 9 times out of 10. If not, this is gonna make from tricky editing.
Yeah, I mean, we would just, I think, pull from the video for this one.
Yeah, honestly, you probably would. Luckily, the video recordings aren't that horrible because we have pretty decent mics now, right? And we got the upgraded Discord.
Right.
So,
yeah, and we're using the upgraded Discord. Thank you, patrons.
Oh, also, I'm gonna go ahead and hijack us over to a bit of more thank yous to the patrons. Not necessarily the thank yous for the patrons, but I did talk about Riggs with this earlier, and Depp's not going to disagree with it all because I just know Depp probably won't.
Probably
not. If he does, you guys get to hear live. We're going to be getting the Me 6 lifetime subscription, so we can do our own reaction rolls. Currently, the reaction rolls are done by someone who's no longer in the Discord. Someone who's banned from the Discord. So we can't quite.
It was me. I dropped the ban.
It'd be like that. Quit being a fuckhead, people. So we can't quite tweak the current message. So we're gonna get it so I can and change it up a little bit. And I've also went through and made 4 different roles. I'm probably gonna make a 5th one for Rick as well, but one for each of the current hosts to basically if you want to hear from our stuff. We do have a channel that is our host self-promotion. We do have regular self-promotion that's open for anyone, but then we have one that's just specifically for our hosts if people want to filter out and just follow us. But I did make roles for each one of the hosts to individually, so if you want to follow one particular host, we can just that. So if I basically I go to share a tweet or a TikTok, YouTube video, anything like that, not even necessarily something of mine, but something I want, hey guys, check this out. I now have the role that I call the Frog Ribbits. And we're going to have the Rigsatoni Pasta People. These names are up for change. They're just meme ass shit I made. We have the Depp Derps. We're gonna have
I was gonna go with the Depp Nation Citizens.
We can do with that. Ooh, Depp Nation's Denizens.
Denizens, even better.
Yeah, I like the alliteration. But you can do you. It's your fucking Discord, literally.
Sign in it.
And last we had the Nev noises. I know with your alliteration. I like that. I didn't have the Frog Ribbits, but I was like, that one's just too direct. I can't pass on that one.
Frog followers.
Oh, I could just drop it to the Fro followers too. That's
Fro followers, probably even better.
Damn, Depp, I like that. That might be it. That might be it right there. But and I was gonna do with the Rick Bricks, for everyone who's part of the Brick House.
That's a good one.
The Rick Bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was alright. I mean, he's the one who calls this thing. By the way, we're talking about Big Rick's 20X, our old co-host, in case that wasn't obvious. He calls his Discord the Brick House, along with his stream area. The Brick House. So I feel like the Rick Bricks would be pretty good. That will be coming up. I'll make sure to @ everyone so you can pick up those roles. It'll probably be one of the few times where we literally @ everyone in the Discord to get the new roles if you're interested. So we are changing that thing up, trying to keep it a little more interesting. We did mention the Blood Bowl League. We're trying to keep that, get some more stuff to do together. And I do know Nev is also trying to work on some more community nights for her stream. And now that we have the changes to the MOTD, that might be incorporated. So maybe keep your notifications open for some Nev noises. And Rigsatoni is back with us.
Yeah.
You got your Audacity file saved and uploaded? Or saved?
Well, saved at least, yeah.
All right. You got a new one started?
Yeah, a new recording started, yeah.
All right, we'll clap sync at the end, and we're good to keep going, boys.
All right. Well, Riggs, due to your impromptu power outage, we have declared you winner in your absence.
I have declared you coward.
You did not forfeit. We just declared you winner.
I declared you coward. You were afraid. That gave me the redemption.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah.
The power just flicked off and then it flicked back on a minute later. Maybe it's getting too hot. I don't know.
something. Real quick before we dive into I guess reminders, thank yous, and outros. I want to just kind of throw something in the air here to you guys. We always talk about, oh, this is the meta, that's the meta, what's the meta right now? And I know this, but do you guys know what meta stands for?
If I remember correctly, one of the few, because there's like 2 or 3 commonly accepted, most effective tactic available.
That's the one I was looking for. And so, that being said, you'd think it's almost in-game strategy as opposed to build these items, pick these gods, right? Meta's almost like the jungle invade, the speed buff invade. It's
meta is a combination of all of them.
Sure. But I feel like, I don't know, I guess it's just different videos around the internet that I've been watching, the YouTubes. We mentioned like, oh, this needs to be balanced, that needs to be balanced. We don't say like, oh, this is imbalanced a lot. I guess I feel like imbalance as a phrase in and of itself isn't utilized as much as balance this. This is imbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Is that just me? Is it a perspective thing?
It's a human perspective thing. We're unable to see when it's balanced, but we can definitely tell when it's unbalanced. I need a level to make something completely flat. I don't need a level to tell you this floor that I'm standing on is uneven. I can feel it.
Just something I was seeing for other games, and the imbalance is mentioned more than oh, this is nice and bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because most of the time in games, the balanced things are the things not being necessarily bought first, because you want to buy the unbalanced, overpowered meta.
Right.
So that's why I think we've talked about how, like, Transcendence and Devos fight back and forth for the rush item, right?
Well, and I don't know. I feel like they should be more. I feel like those 2 items, it should be almost cut and dry. Like, oh, if you're an ability god, you might want to favor trans that gives you mana because you're running out, or
and
vice versa. There's you don't have mana problems because you're Hachiman and your passive gives you just like a fuck ton of mana for no reason, and so you go into Tempest.
Well, here's the thing, though. There is that already, right? You have certain gods like Chiron is going to want to lean towards get a Transcendence. You're going to have Izanami, it's going to want to get your Devos, right? For instance, like that. Now, the meta, the most effective tactic available, will dictate, right? Or when people figure out or claim that is the meta, or what feels like is the meta,
it's telling you to build Kin Silverbranch.
Yeah, right now. So right now, those 2 aren't good for an example, right? But usually it's those 2 going back and forth, for instance. And we have found out through the years that the meta of rushing your stacking item, right, that is the most effective thing to do, is to rush the stacking item. And then we got which one is the better of the 2. And then that kind of dictates to which of those gods show up more. Right. So then, therefore, all these things kind of coalesce to these guys have been showing up and doing well. I can tell they're stronger than the other ones who haven't been, because when the other ones do step up, they also aren't performing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the feel kind of comes in. Because you and we don't ever get to fucking look at the numbers or anything until Ajax releases them, right?
Right.
But I don't need to be told that right now hunters with Kins and crit are fucking everybody. I can feel that no matter what role I play. I'm getting bent over after 10 minutes. Right? Like, that's just... I don't need to see statistics. I can feel it.
I think even in the few games that I've played, there's been often 2 hunters on one side of the map, and it's very likely that that's the team that wins.
And mage ADCs have been coming in pretty strong because I haven't been seeing a lot of it, but you'll
ADCs,
see like
I think auto attacks are strong right
Shoguns.
now.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Because you can put out more damage with auto attacks right now than you can abilities.
Well, and
at least for the first majority of the game.
I think Riggs brought it up last week too. When you're down to just one tank, you have more squishy people to be blown up, right?
Yep.
So mage ADCs aren't necessarily the best at destroying tanks. They do well, but they're not the best, right? A standard hunter does better. But they will frag anything that's not a tank in an instant.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's part of it too.
Auto attacks scale better than an abilities late game anyways, and most games go later now.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, with games going longer. That's just something I thought I'd just touch on a little bit. We do have a community corner reminder, and you two were here last week. Why don't you remind us what the community corner is?
Go ahead, Rix.
Yeah, it is the show us your UI. We want to see your UI, your UI, and your keybinds. Yeah, I think it was because there was the
pro player who used random people's UIs and layouts.
Oh yeah, definitely. You weren't here for that.
No.
You know how Smite Pro does those like role queue things where they have all like the roles come into the studio for shit?
Yeah.
They did a new one where they did what this is basically. They like had all the pro players, and it's like all junglers, and they had them all load up Smite and take a screenshot of their UI so they could all look at it and judge it basically.
Okay.
And Layers, right? Jungler was in the World's Finals last year. He said that he doesn't change his UI when he goes into play SPL games. He just uses whoever's UI was already loaded from the previous set.
That's wild.
So like he says that he's played on every other SPL jungler's UI, and so he was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Lasbra's UI. It's a little weird. Cubo's is alright. And I'm like, what? Like,
what is going on here?
Everyone looked at. He said he played in the World Finals last season on I think Sam for Soccer's UI.
Oh man,
because that was the set before them.
He's not done though, Depp. Not only does he use their UIs.
Oh, yeah, he also uses their keybinds.
No. This man's playing on hard mode.
Most of the SPL players use the standard like 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that. They only really change like consumables or relics, stuff like that. And that's for the most part what he said changed was like relics and consumables. He's like, yeah, one time I didn't bees when I was trying to because it was on a different keybind, so I died. And he's like, yeah, after that I got used to it or whatever. I was like, what?
Right.
Like, this man's doing on the highest stage. On the pro level.
Yeah.
Decides,
he did it at
fuck
Worlds.
it. Let's do it at the pro level.
He's playing right now. The Warriors or Titans are playing right now. I wonder he's either using who played last set, Lasbra and Cuvo. He's using either Lasbra or Cuvo's UI right now. I don't know which.
And he said he doesn't like Lasbra, so let's hope it's not.
So yeah, that inspired this. We wanted to see your guys' UIs and judge them.
Oh, that's good. I'll have to load up and take a screenshot. I'm pretty sure my UI is real trash.
I didn't think of this. Yeah, I didn't think of the console thing too. I forgot about that. You can only move your map, right?
Let us know what you want to move the most and why. Now, I will also say when I was an Olympian, I pushed for it, and I actually got together Kit and a Doom. I got together all the console Olympians, and we put together mock like layouts. Presets that they could make.
Oh,
I pushed
layout
for
presets.
Even I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. See, there's a problem they can't do with console UI. They can't make everything adjustable like it is on PC. So I'm like, hey, how about some presets? And I even got together. It was either 3 or 4 different presets. One was like a minimalist one, where it's like everything was real bunched down right to the center. and a lot of the unnecessary stuff was removed or minimized. There was there was a few of them where like everything was shoved off to the side. Then I had one where everything was like around the ring, so it left the middle open. Like we made like I said, a few of them. Unfortunately, none of them have been implemented. But or I guess you could also post a picture of how you would customize a preset for console. That'd be nice. Actually, yeah, and I can turn them in and fucking send them as examples to Hi-Res too, to kind of remind them that we need this shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Challengers, fucking make some presets that so our console peoples have some fucking variations in their shit. That's what we should do.
Quality of life for everybody.
Yes. Now, when you say that, do you mean like have them like take a screenshot of it and then kind of like just like edit it and like draw a line, be like, I want that there, or like this?
However you can do it. If you got to get together with a PC person to maybe get a screenshot for you, if you can do a hand-drawn picture that is at least comprehensible, I don't know. Console people, y'all resourceful. I've been there. I know the struggle. Y'all figure something out to show me what you mean.
Or maybe get on chat with with someone who's got PC.
That's literally what you just said.
You get used to it, Riggs. You get used to it, Riggs, and you just
I was here for the second half. I was here for the second half. And you just stop
correcting them, and you just let them reset.
But then also Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint. Also
Bro, maybe get together with someone on PC. They can do it for you. You guys work it out. Deb. Yeah, maybe get someone with PC. Maybe you guys can figure something out.
Yeah, easy peasy.
You just get used to it, Riggs. Trust me.
It's such a great idea.
I mean, I've seen it a few times.
Here's the thing.
Less than a minute apart.
Like, I don't even hear it. I don't even hear it, though, is the thing. Like, it's something else is going on in the mind of Depp, and I'm like, oh, what's a good idea for this? And I'm thinking
as someone with severe ADHD, I understand. I've literally have had conversations, one-on-one conversation, nobody else involved with someone, and have to stop and go, I'm sorry, what did you just say? Mm-hmm. Like, literally, sometimes I'll just say something and it's just whoom,
for right some reason me. The ears stop working.
Well, a lot of times, okay, this is what it is. What you either said a couple seconds ago was actually rather intriguing for me, and I actually went off on a mental tangent on what you just said right there. Mm-hmm. Or you moved on a conversation that my brain wasn't done with yet. Your tangent when I wasn't ready to tangent happens.
That reminds me of where it's like you said that you didn't even like hear it. This is not really related, but I've been watching a lot of PBM streams. He started to stream more often again.
Okay,
it's always fun watching a support player stream, and he's been doing like the kind of like a retrospective of like he's been going through like the old Smite seasons and like kind of watching the worlds back and all that. And he had a sub goal to release an old scrim, like a VOD of an old scrim, which they don't usually do. This one's like years old, so he's like, whatever, I'll do it. And so he hit the goal, and the scrim was from when he was on Old Rival, where it was him. It's basically the same team it is now, just like Twig and Arco on the team. And they scheduled the scrim against Weekend's team at the time. Mm-hmm. And the coach did, and then PBM was like, why the fuck are we scrimming Weekend's team? This team sucks. We're not getting any practice out of them. So they decided to troll the scrim, and what they did was, you can go watch it, they posted it on the J Dragons YouTube. What they did was they picked 5 silence characters, so they all had a silence, and they server muted themselves, so they could not talk to each other in Discord. And they spent the entire scrim not saying a single word to each other.
That's the one he released.
Yeah, that's the one they just went it's called the silence comp. And they used VGS, but they didn't talk. No comms were had the entire scrim, and they won.
So hear me out. There is some of that to be had when they're friends and all that, but you did say, why are they scrimming? We're not going to get any practice because they're shit, right?
Yeah, that's basically why they trolled it.
That exact mentality I have heard a lot in amateur and semi-amateur like Smite leagues, and it's actually a rather damning thing, right? They're pros, whatever. They get paid to do that shit. That's kind of I don't want to be like it's their problem, but in a way it's a bit their problem. They have representatives for themselves, right, in their own organizations to deal with shit like that. It is still a problem though. But in the lower leagues and stuff like that, like when we ran about G League, Albion Giants, old purple cunt hair lady one, thing like that. Why you laughing, Riggs?
You said hair.
Yeah, it was crazy. So you got that. There were literal teams, right, that would scrim against lower teams, right, and not take it seriously, right? And there is a line between taking it super seriously and stomping the shit out of the team, right? This is your time to try something a little off kilter, but still present an actual practice opportunity for the lower skilled team, because this is their chance to play with against someone of higher skill. And how do you improve? Not by stomping on people, playing against people of higher skill. And it is a bitch, right? So, and it is tough. I've been on, not to say like a high skilled team, but I've been on a higher skilled team during a scrim against another team where it's like, okay, like let's not try to stomp them. This is our chance to try, not like everybody does super oddball shit. So you're not trolling or anything, but it's like, hey, we want to try maybe these two god combos who they're not necessarily, neither of them are meta, but we want them together to do X objective. Whether it's a Thanatos and Nox mid, right? So you can do the fucking dive bomb explosion constantly or whatever, or for the double silence, but not trolling, right? And they do actually.
But then also have an Athena on the team.
Or, yeah, and you throw it in there for the next one. Like, let's say you want to actually try a comp to do that, right?
Right.
But you put together an actual comp and you play an actual game, right? You do an actual scrim. Yeah. You don't mute all your comms and go all 5 silence gods. I mean, there's something to be had about, hey, let's go with 5 gods with silences, right? Depending on the gods and all that.
Right.
It's kind of like saying, let's go for gods with globals. That is a strat in itself.
A strat, yeah.
Silences are a very potent, annoying, and frustrating CC. It can be, let's break down their mental along with CCing them. Like, the mental is a heavy part.
You know what'll piss them off? Silences.
Literally. That is a strategy in competitive thing. Anyone who's done anything competitive will know having the mental or staying in the mental is part of it, right? So frustration factor is a thing. Like, I'm not going to take away from that. But from what you said and what have said, it sounds like if these were like average players, right, in average leagues, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of a shit thing to do. I mean, I can get in on the joke. Again, it is pros and all that.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's like an amateur thing, because like that's kind of an ego check right there. But like when it's a pro level team, I feel like they kind of have a little bit more warrant of like they can kind of say that. I feel like
when it's a diamond team,
but
when it's a diamond team doing a bunch of silvers, trying, this is our 5th scrim ever. You're kind of a bitch for doing that, right? That's what you are. You really are. You're ruining it for someone. You're actually taking away from someone who could potentially. I mean, you never know. Final K literally started in amateur leagues and worked his way to a college league. Yes, there was a college Smite league.
There still
up
is.
Into the minor. Yes, there still is. Yeah. Into the
ABGL,
minors,
baby.
into pro, into the best fucking solo laner that Smite has seen.
You
know what I mean?
Whoa.
One of. Sorry.
There you go.
I mean, he's easily one of the most recognizable name-wise to this day. Like, most popular one. Like, and he's one of
the streamer pros that actually is good at the game as well. Like,
yeah,
Weekend. When he was a streamer, or when he was a pro.
So there is that,
and I can say that because I've soloed Weekend. So,
hey,
I mean, fair, Riggs, fair. We won't talk about the 2 times he soloed you. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if he did or not.
Yeah, dude. It's on. Dude, I sold him on Xbox, bro. I have a clip. Shit was
Savage.
bonkers. Anyways.
But
yeah, I would recommend go watching that. It's on. They put it on the YouTube video, but if you don't want to just because the YouTube video literally is silent, it's just VGS. If you want commentary over it, I would listen to the VOD on PBM stream. But because he kind of goes through of like what's happening.
Okay.
But you would like it too. It's there's a moment of Ganesh trying to stack a Book of Thoth for about 25 minutes. Because they have a Ganesh mid.
And that's the trolling part.
Yeah, guess what? He eventually gets it stacked. But
I'm telling you, that's one of my highlights in my Smite career, is being 15 minutes into a Clash game and Bryce going, wait a minute, I'm not getting any fucking stacks because you keep standing next to me and I'm Ganesh. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm over here. Thanks for all your stacks. Oh my god,
we could
so fucking fun because he was down for the build, like he was all for it, he was good to go. It was literally like 15 minutes into the game when it finally dawns on the man, hold up, stacking on Ganesh is hard.
For some strats, you could do what is it, Baba Yaga and Ganesh in like a clash or something. Just get her all the stacks, have her do a stacking build.
Yeah. Honestly.
Right? Oh, good episode today, guys. We got some people to thank, I believe.
We do. I'm getting it all pulled up right now. All smooth.
Excellent.
Like, I'm definitely not vamping or anything at the
moment.
Thank you to Saydowns for all of our wonderful thumbnails. He did get a hold of me the other day. He's going to be heading back home from Romania soon. So he said he's going to be back on them thumbnails, which we will definitely appreciate and compensate for.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of our wonderful commissions that we have gotten from Raijin Kaijin. The man does wonderful art. I have wanted to talk to the hosts about maybe picking them up some of their own avatars for those who don't have one.
Just you don't like my beautiful face?
Well, I mean, just so if you want a depth avatar for anything.
For all that streaming idea.
Well, I mean, if you ever decide, I don't know, depth. And Riggs a Tony if you want some actual pasta person or whatever.
Yo, make it
I'm not
Riggs.
Gonna lie,
Give him a mastacholi mustache and give him like fettuccine flow on the hair.
Do you know like the hot dog skin Odin?
Yeah.
Right? Imagine that, but a piece of rigatoni pasta with glasses. And that was what I've kind of envisioned, but it's not going to be my avatar. But that's just kind of what I've always thought. So,
well, my avatar is me as the bocce champion, because
there you go, savage.
Still the rating champion. I've only done 2 streams. I'm still the rating champion.
All right. So, thank you to our patrons for all the wonderful contributions. I did bring up how we're beginning the Me6 bot, so thank you guys for that. And thank you to Area Steel, Asbestos Dog, Weatherman Keith, Jade Flagon, Baseball, Griff, Bombi, Danny Boy, Caveman, Neo, Coffin Monkey, CDR, Litz, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Surember, K Brojo, Famous Freak, Stoffmeister, Backlash, Saydowns, Dr. Godfucker, Lantern, Reese, Warlord Yo, Bats Kid, Echo Dunk Doc, Necros, Otter Joe, Riggs, Drakon, Glen Wiggle, Granite Boys, Camel Hoss, Void vs. Void, Enbright, Scion Gemini, Batman, Sandman, Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man, Colorado, and the Big Red. Fucking nailed it on that one.
That was the fastest I've ever heard you go. We got a man on speed.
No.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah,
Doesn't need
just
it.
say
Just
that.
It's Kachow. He is speed. There we go. Tied it in. Come after us, Disney. Strike us down now. We'll become even more powerful.
Hold up.
Yes.
I feel like... Yes,
Hold
I did
up,
put
slow
something
down.
in the notes a while ago that I forgot to bring up here.
Oh?
Yes. Let me scroll up here.
Don't leave us hanging, Fro. You got something.
Oh yeah. Did I bring this up? I might have actually brought this up. Now I see
I
it.
don't know.
That Boom rated me.
Yes.
With like, okay.
I believe, because I want to say I listened to it and I remember the story.
All right, cool. As long as I said it. I just want to say thank you for the raid 10 seconds before I got off. I appreciate it, but it was very unfortunate timing. Good.
I mean, I'm sure all of our hosts that stream are thankful for raids. Always. And it's a good way to get a shout out on the Bocce podcast. Here's looking at you, Boom.
Oh, speaking of, wait, before we end, that
Son
totally
of a
reminded me.
bitch.
That totally reminded me.
I feel that energy, man.
I wanted to touch on the drama.
There's drama.
Did you guys see any of the drama
I have
with
not.
the good old Mizkif?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've heard some of it. I don't know. It's fine. Whatever.
So,
like, it's a way to bring new people into the game, not a way to stroke the old people. So,
well, let Riggs elaborate for those who don't know.
there we go. Yes.
Yeah, I know it's at the very end, so I won't be super long. But
go ahead.
Yeah, I think we mentioned last week OTK doing a partnership. They're gonna do a big old tourney. Mizkif's getting a skin in Smite, and the way you get that skin is through drops through his stream, right? However, here's where the drama comes in: is he needs to stream Smite in order for the drops to come, right?
Yeah.
However, since he is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, you kind of get pigeonholed into certain things you can stream at that point, because a lot of games don't attract viewership, and if they see someone streaming something, they probably won't watch. And Smite is kind of one of them. So if he's streaming Smite, he doesn't get as much viewership, right?
Right.
So, and he's been on record. He's a Smite fan. He's played for a while, but like, he's not like a Smite streamer.
Can I cut you off real quickly? Real quick. A lot of people bitch about how he says that he's a Smite fan, but all he does is complain about Smite. I would like to insert the entire fucking Smite community who does the same exact thing. Okay.
I was going to say Smite's great. Love to complain about that game.
Yeah. I was say like he's if he plays like I think his account level when he streams, his account level is like in the hundreds, I think. Like he's not like a new player. Like he's played for a while. He doesn't play all the time, obviously, but like if he does, he does enjoy the game, or else he wouldn't agree to do this stuff. And so like it's I don't yeah, so basically the whole drama thing was that Smite Reddit, which obviously we all know is the biggest cesspit of just toxic and weird
Reddit
opinions
is.
and
Reddit is. It honestly is just so bad. I'm sorry, Reddit. Like any Reddit I've gone to, it's just horrible opinions.
There's a lot of it. Yeah. And that's nothing new for the Smite one. So there's a ton of people in the Smite Reddit like, what the fuck? You signed a contract to stream. You're not even streaming the game. He said he was going to stream it every day for the whole month, and he's only streamed it like twice. And blah blah. High res pan getting big streamers to come in here. They don't even play Smite. Should have gotten a Smite streamer to do this, and blah blah. And then like they're like he should go to jail. He's not honoring his contract.
They don't even know what the fucking contract.
They don't know. They haven't read the contract. Right.
No, Reddit's full of contract readers, dude.
Yeah.
They all know. They're all very well
regulation contract readers.
Regulation contract.
I can say the complaining even goes up to, I know, an ex-Olympian that is saying that exact shit to Ajax. That's how bad some people are complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like you find people are always like Smite's dying, blah, 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 and they finally he's literally one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Like he's in the top probably 15 or so. And you finally get one of them to be like involved in the game and getting exposure for the game, and the second that happens, there's all this bitching about he's not doing it the way they want to do it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
It's just, and he, like the drops that he's not like the drops that you would get. You have to get a certain amount before you can even get the Thanatos one. It's like it's like a worshiper booster. It's like you get like a recolor or like a booster, and then you get.
And if I remember correctly, it's only like 4 hours total.
Yeah, it's
to get
not
the
that
skin.
bad, yeah.
Right. Which,
yeah,
considering it takes like 2.5 to 3 hours just to get viewer points, that I need to get 19 times before I can get a skin, and you're not complaining about that versus this. Excuse me, what? And then
goofy.
the people are going to turn around and bitch that they don't even like the fucking skin anyways. So, what's it fucking matter to you? And you ever think that this skin isn't to pander to Smite? This is to pander to his audience. So the simple fact that he doesn't stream when you like as much as you like doesn't fucking matter, because it actually is for his viewers. So that will stream it, and some of them will play it, and when he streams it, like that's the whole point, is to get his crowd to come over. And I hate to be like rude to like the Smite community, but this isn't about us. It is about us, actually. It's hugely about us. But it's kind of when you give someone a gift, right? Or something. Think of it like a fucking a graduate, right? You go into their open house, right? And here's $50. Here, welcome to the world, right? You don't expect the fucking graduate to turn around and be like, all right, now what are you gonna do for me? No, here, welcome to the world, bud. You're one of us now. Like, that's kind of what this is. It's not necessarily. It's not meant to pander to us. It's meant to pander to his community.
I mean, there's God unlocks. Like, clearly, it's meant for people that don't own the game.
Right. That's what people didn't understand, is that it's not. This is not.
It's not for you.
Like Phil saying, it's not for the existing Smite player base. It's for new Smite player base to come into the game, and that's why he has one of the biggest audiences on Twitch. So
and it is for a lot of the newer developed gods. Like, I think I saw Cthulhu, Danzaburou, like,
there's
I want to say like the past 2 years.
Which I would say I'd say probably most like recurring Smite players have the God Pack, I'd say.
Yeah.
If you play Smite a decent amount, you probably have it.
Well, and I know a lot of God unlocks, like, that's like you play for a couple hours before you have enough favor to unlock a god, So
well, and what do God unlocks really do? They entice you to get the God Pack.
Right, because it's like, oh, I wonder what this guy does now. I wonder what that guy does. So
right, because a lot of people will be comfortable fucking around with the 5 defaults and the rotation ones, right? They'll be all right fucking around with that until they start throwing a couple more in their repertoire, and then they start actually getting a few with favor, and they're like, fuck, man, if I could just have them all and choose whatever I want when I want, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then Smite's like, here's this $20 deal. I don't even know if it's $20 anymore. I think it was 15. They bumped it up to 20. I don't know. It's still whatever the fucking price is. It's a deal.
There's still the new player promotion thing that they do. If you log in and play at least like one game a day, still don't they still have that going?
Oh yeah,
like that was the revised thing on top of the old like new player progression. Like,
and
there's so much.
In your first 30 levels, you get bonuses too for every level you hit.
Yeah, so
they hand out a decent amount of shit to entice you, and honestly, just to get each player to buy the God Pack alone is pretty huge for high res, right?
Oh yeah,
like that's a good chunk of money. And so if they can just
and now that you have the God Pack, maybe you get some favorite gods, and maybe you want some skins,
right?
It's all good for Smite. It's all going towards the longevity of the game. Like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but their drops though.
So
they can't get their a bunch of Reddit lawyers came out of the woodworks, and so there's a bunch of drama.
You know what?
These drops are for Miskiff viewers, not Smite players.
I bet I would wager money that these Reddit lawyers, they're probably the people that hide their profile on Smite Guru.
Yep. I fucking guarantee it.
They're the same people.
I guarantee it. But yeah, I just want to touch on that, because now I will come in a bit of a devil's advocate, because there is something to be said about working with current Smite content creators and doing certain things. Because
well, sure. I mean, there's
hoops
the Smite game
made,
channel streaming thing. There's the Olympian program. There's a lot going on that is for current Smite streamers and etc.
Right. But to get content in game, the amount of hoops that the content creators had to go through to get like wards and voice packs, like they literally had to do like basically fundraising campaigns, or I don't know what the term for it is, like sales drives or whatever they're called, for high res, and whoever sold the most got their reward. And then, now granted, they do not pull the viewers like Mizkif, nor do they have the non-Smite playing viewers to be pulled into Smite as Mizkif. So let's not put them, when we're looking at it as that's the end goal, we can't quite put them on the same level, right? It's just not feasible. You know, people like Rexy and like Incon, they have Smite players that watch them, right?
Yep.
Well, they're already playing Smite. They're Smite players. So we can't put them on the same level here.
No.
But those content creators do have value as keeping people interested in the game and keeping them playing. Like,
player retention,
for instance, right now,
a huge thing.
Smite doesn't really have someone who breaks down the numbers and the stats like the old Duke Sloth, right? As far as I know, in that style, in like that kind of format, like let's talk about just the numbers, this particular thing, this interactions. Like he used to do things on, like, for instance, do you buy this pen item or this one on like Najah, because on Najah, do you know his ult actually hits 6 times, not 3? Because you got the initial hit going up in the air,
the initial impact going in the air, the 3 up, and then the land.
Okay, so maybe it's 5, yeah. And like he broke it down. Well, if we take all 5 hits in consideration, what's actually better for your power spike? This pen item or this pen item? You know what I mean? Things like that. He broke down like, hey, Kins is actually still good against squishies too, not just tanks, right? Because of how many people actually have their health, blah, 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 blah. And this was pre the ad giving everybody 300, right? So all these numbers could be redone.
Sure.
But we don't have anyone doing that right now. So if you're the type of person like me, that was the main type of video I watch. I always said I was a huge Duke Sloth fan. Don't watch much Smite stuff beyond that because I like hearing about the numbers. I'm not no mathematician or anything, but I like hearing the breakdown of how that all works, right? Again, I struggle a bit with numbers. Just not that I'm like, I struggle with math. I just struggle with numeralexy a little bit. So, like, I can, as long as I get the general ideas down, I can, you know, lowball it or fucking get it in the ballpark on the fly and shit like that when I'm in game, as long as I know what the processes are that go through everything.
Right.
And he breaks down, like, when we mentioned earlier, the did you know bits, where he talked about the little bits. He hits on those all the time. That's also shit that I absolutely love.
Well, you know what, Fro? Duke Sloth was breaking it down. I'm gonna break down this podcast. We're gonna get out of here. I will catch you all on the other side of whichever map I decide to play. See ya.
Bye.
Depp just winked at us. Goodbye.
Then we do a clap sync, right?
Yeah, clap sync. All right.
Okay. Well, fuck it. YouTube, you get to see the clap.
All right.
I'll cancel it afterwards.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And
Bro has stopped recording, and the YouTube is